If you are between the ages of 13 and 19, I am crossing the road when I see you. I know that it is popular to bash children online, but this is not my intention. I am motivated more out of fear than pure malice. Normally, the presence of a creature as small as a 13-year-old would not strike fear in people's hearts. You fools. Anything small can kill you, so long as it's committed to the task. Tumors and mosquitoes are tiny, but those two have done more for the international casket industry than most wars. So diligent, it's almost impressive. What are children even into these days? Nay-naying? Industrial farming? I don't know. There is a middle school located near my house, and sometimes I stare at the children through the chain-link fence. Only by the west entrance, though, because the security cameras don't cover that area, and the kids always go, "Oh crap, she's back." At times I put my hand up like this to see if they can mimic my actions. But then one of the teachers saw me, so I had to pretend like I was dancing, which in retrospect just made me look even weirder. Mall kids are by far the scariest. They're an endangered species now. But you linger long enough in a Westfield parking lot or food court and you'll spot some of them. Once the clock strikes 3 on a weekday, they emerge from the ground like a pack of snapback-wearing zombies, hell-bent on harassing the Foot Locker employees. They recuperate by gorging on Auntie Anne's pretzels, consumed ravenously within the view of innocent elderly onlookers who only ventured into the mall out of a desperate need for a foot massager or an urn. I'm assuming that they're buying it out of foresight. Now they must look on as the youth of their country scarfed down delicious buttery bread with the desperation of a starved dog. And if they dare to stare too long, they're met with a, "What are you looking at, old man?" Herbert still has a bullet wound in his ass from Nam. And for this, unbelievable. Their strength now regained, they proceed to plan their next attack. It's a cycle that repeats itself until they eventually graduate, flunk out, or join cadet school. And then in the spring, a new crop of these punks arise from the ashes of their predecessors, like a monster energy drink-fueled phoenix. I'm not sure exactly what it is about this age group. I mean, I'm fine with small kids. Once they learn to stop screaming and properly go to the bathroom by themselves, they're pretty chill. They're always pointing at things and screaming, "Look!" Their hands are always mysteriously sticky, and I appreciate the consistency. But once they reach the teen years, they become terrifying. Their insults are so cruel, but worse yet, they're always right. Have you ever been roasted by a group of middle schoolers? They have the accuracy of snipers, I tell you. By the time you can scrape together an insult, it's already too late. By then they've already scurried off to eat Hot Pockets and play Fortnite. And you're left muttering the insult to yourself in your Honda Civic. Is there anything worse than coming up with a comeback too late? It's like a paper cut to the soul. The most concerning part is how electronically savvy they are these days. Any embarrassing moment in front of them can be recorded, published online, and archived for all eternity. Here is the issue. When I go out in public, my style of dress can only be described as homeless, or similar to the style of one of those Asian women who's constantly doing Tai Chi in the park. Seriously, what are they training for? It's a lot of oversized coats and visors, not because I fear sun damage, but because I have sensitive eyes. One of the plethora of things that are wrong with my rapidly deteriorating body. It is frankly shocking that I have survived this long. I can only imagine how many Snapchat stories I've unwittingly been a part of. They wouldn't even have the common courtesy of blurring my face out, would they? The silver lining is that eventually, these kids will grow up and turn into mediocre adults who are slightly more tolerable. The beauty is that outside of going to the DMV, I will barely have to interact with these people. But based on my understanding of teens, their numbers are constantly being replenished. I suppose my fear of them will never go away. Oh well. At least most of them have stopped wearing backwards baseball caps, so they're at least capable of some progress.